Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. As always, let's take a look on the Bitcoin market on Monday. On the Bitcoin, the price action in the last week, well, was very similar to the financial markets, classical markets. So market has spent the time in very narrow range. So that's why on last week we have prepared just two updates on the Bitcoin market, in the beginning of the week and in the end of the week, just to reshape a bit of the pattern that we have on intraday charts. That's why on the daily, on the weekly chart, the overall situation mostly stands the same as it was 2, 3, even 4 weeks ago, because you can see that here on the weekly chart, market is forming very narrow trading range. Weeks also has really small range as well, and that makes almost no impact on the long-term picture. The one thing is important here, guys, is that, well, as we have mentioned previously, market actually forming some kind of the tight consolidation right below the C point. We do not see the sharp reversal, and in general, the pullback of this scale after significant sell-off and acceleration, so this was very strong action, right to even area. And market was able to erase all this stuff. Based on the weekly pattern, there's two possible ways of upward continuation exist. So currently I'm not talking about the possible downward continuation, because it seems that market really stands bullish, and those of you who read our monthly fundamental reports, you probably remember that in the last report that we have prepared in the beginning of the last week, it's really strong fundamental for Bitcoin right now stand. So as you know, the hedge funds, Bitcoin hedge funds, buy out almost all new mined Bitcoins, so its demand stands very strong. The derivative market have increased not just for a few percents, but it has increased in times. So on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, the demand for trading volume of the options on the Bitcoin has increased for 30, 40 times. So that's outstanding growth, and it means that really big investors, skilled investors, have come on the market, because not everybody have the experience with trading for a derivative, especially on options. This is a sophisticated product. It means that the really big investors are coming here, and maybe they are not dealing with the direct buying of the Bitcoin, but they actively trade in the derivatives, in the futures on the Bitcoin, options on the Bitcoin. That confirms that the growth of the volume. And other factors also stand supportive for the Bitcoin market, and from that standpoint, on the weekly chart, it's difficult to discuss currently return back to the 33 area. I mostly keep it because, I mean, these lines in pattern, because, well, market hasn't quite reached the C point. When it will happen, the market will climb above the C, that pattern will be erased. But currently, chances to see Bitcoin around 33 also they are mostly phantom. So now, speaking about the upward breakout, it could happen with just this pennant pattern. It could be just broken upward continuation, because you can see here we do not have any overbought. Overbought stands above 14 area. It's relatively free space. Yes, we have here a fib level, so and it has been tested a few times already. As you can see, 618 major level, it already has been tested once. The second test, well, but as you know, there is no levels that just can't be broken someday. So, and speaking of about the possible breakout, it could be either direct breakout right from the pennant, or take a look here, we could get a kind of a head and shoulders pattern. So if market will show some deeper retracement back to the 70 even area, 69, 65.50, in this range. This could be the bottom of the right arm, and then we could get upward continuation up from here. In two different ways, so how it could happen. Currently, we are focused mostly on the pin because market stands well carefully inside of it, and we are considering right now a possibility of the direct upward continuation. On a daily chart, it's also nothing really interesting. The choppy price action in the tight range also suggests that market should show some upward action, because usually, as I talked about it many times, when market starts retracement, it usually stands more direct, more straightforward. And when the market turns to some choppy action near the top, well, it suggests that it's mostly not the retracement, but the period of the accumulating of the power, some building on the energies that at one moment will be released someday. And it's of course suggested that should be released to the upside. Well, on the intraday charts, we still consider this scenario. If you remember, last week we discussed possibility of the upward continuation, and we said while market stands above these lows, above this area, we could consider taking the long position. Otherwise, the breakout of these lows, it will be downward continuation to the XOP target. Currently, market keeps both scenario valid, divergence is still valid, and we're considering upward pullback somewhere to the 10 even area. It could happen. But first, we consider, since the last week, this pattern. This is head and shoulders. Shoulder, some tricky moment around shoulder exists. As you can see, this market has shown the wash and rinse of these lows, grabbing the stops below it, and then returning it back up, and now it's turning to rally. But overall, the shape of the pattern is still valid, and first target will be 94. 94.50 is A, B, C, bottom, D target as well. So this is agreement resistance. This first destination point, probably it could be hit today, taking into consideration the speed, how market is rising right now. Later, when there's some pullback, maybe we will see what to do next, but because potentially, as I said, turning up here, it could suggest further upward action right here, or maybe major reversal, as we said, on the daily chart. So currently no shorts, watching for bullish chances for position taking. Those of you who have taken position based on this head and shoulders in the last week, probably you could keep it and see what will happen next.